You don't gotta get in my comments telling me you don't think I'm cute, you don't think I have pretty privilege. I don't care. Let me tell y'all what transpired. Alright, just checking for me. I swear. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I got inspired to do this video by a woman by the name of Osteph Co. So I'm either going to insert her stuff over here, her page over here, or over here. And she had a video called I Don't Have Pretty Privilege and It Sucks. Now when I first clicked on that video, I'm like, okay, what is this? What are we doing here? I needed to know what was this about, because I didn't like the title. So I had to click on it, and after hearing her speak, I had mixed feelings as I was watching the video. But once I got to the end, I understood the message that she was trying to convey, and I could even relate to some of the things that she said in the video. So it inspired me to make this video, and I'm probably going to name it I Had Pretty Privilege, Then I Lost It. Now, gotta do a little disclaimer. I understand if this video pops off, gets a lot of views, there are gonna be some people in my comments that want to say mean things to me, that want to talk shit about me, and they're probably gonna be like,
she's not even pretty. She's a 3 at best.
Another delusional black woman.
because they love calling us delusional. Now, I am aware that everybody does not think that I am attractive. Everybody does not think that I'm pretty, cute, whatever. I feel like I'm a bad. There are people out there that don't feel like I'm a bad bitch. Cool. You don't gotta get in my comments telling me you don't think I'm cute, you don't think I have pretty privilege. I don't care. Now, let's go on with the video. All right, so I didn't have like the highest form of pretty privilege. I mean, I'm not like the baddest of the baddest, but I could pull it together and look like something, okay? And I just want to tell y'all how I noticed how I was treated differently in society when I did not fit a certain norm, or I did not fit a certain beauty standard. Because I've been on one end of the spectrum and I've been on the other end of the spectrum, and I've been in the middle. I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't really care. But anyway, so I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So when I was growing up, boys were not checking for me, okay? They were not checking for me. But also, I was kind of raised to like books over boys, don't worry about boys. And I wasn't really worried about boys for real, for a while. Like I didn't have the little grade school boyfriends. I didn't have the middle school boyfriends. I didn't even have a high school boyfriend. And if you have watched, if you watched my channel, you know I haven't had a boyfriend at all. But that's another topic for another day. Go back and watch my Never Had a Boyfriend video if you want to get more insight on that. But yeah, I just didn't get male attention really. Now, I will say it did not start to really bother me for real for a while. I just thought that I was unattractive. Like, okay, the boys are just not checking for me. I'm not one of those girls. But of course, as you grow up, you see your friends getting in relationships or talking guys, and you start to be like, okay, I kind of want to experience that too. Like, what's tea? What's going on? Why y'all ain't me? What's up? But again, I was not the most attractive. I had glasses, I had braces. I was fat. It wasn't a recipe for the boys to be drooling over me. And I'm not upset about that. Now, going through most of my years being unattractive, I just thought that's just what it was. I accepted it. But you know, thank God for growth, because I feel like I'm a baddie now. That's just what it is. I'm a baddie now. So I have a story to kind of explain some things. This can put things into perspective for you. I'm going to tell the story, and I'm going to say how I feel about it after I tell the story. But my junior year of high school, I had class with this guy. If anybody from my high school is watching this video, I'm not going to say too much, but because I don't need y'all my business like that. I had class with this guy, and he asked for my number. Now, remember at the time, the boys were not really checking for me. I was not a hot commodity when it came to the boys. I was not. So, you know, I was feeling good about myself. I'm like, okay, you got my number. What you trying to do? What's tea? What's up? Come get in my business, okay? Let me tell y'all what transpired. So it was told to me, and now looking back, let me just tell the story. It was told to me that it was a dare for him to ask for my number. Now, I mean, I wasn't the baddest girl in the school, but I wasn't like that ugly to have if he dared to ask me for my number. But whatever, I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Let me finish telling the story. And of course, at the time, it hurt my feelings. But once again, boys wasn't checking for me. I wasn't like super duper shocked or anything. It wasn't like earth shattering. It was just like, oh, of course he didn't want my number for real. Of course he didn't want to talk to me for real. That's the mindset I was in at that point. Like, oh, of course he don't want me. Why would he? You know? But again, it hurt my feelings at the time. But now I can laugh at it because, to be honest, a few years later, he was in my DMs. But yeah, they was not checking for me. I was not that girl. I was not that girl. No, let me backtrack. So I always grew up kind of like a fat kid. I was a chubby girl. I was big. Being thick is in now, but in early 2000s, that was not the thing to be. You was fat, okay? You was fat. And once again, I just accepted that for what it is. Now, towards the end of high school, I started losing weight. I did. I was losing weight, you know. I was looking good at the time. At the time, my brain hadn't caught up to how I look physically. So I did not realize how small I actually was. I might even insert a picture. I'll insert like my prom picture or something. In this picture, I was like 150-ish pounds, and I looked good, right? I looked good, right? That's how I looked towards the end of high school. Now, boys still was not for real checking for me. I started to get a little more attention, but when I got to college, 0 to 100. This was here. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. Where did y'all come from? Why is y'all checking for me now? What's going on? What's happening? Now, I will say it could have just been because it was a lot of horny 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old men in college. They want to f everything. Could have been that. But at the time, I'm just like, wow. Are they checking for me? Y'all think that this is attractive. This is attractive. This is what y'all like? Swear. So it was like a shock to me. But I still played it cool. But it was still so crazy to see how I was treated so differently when I fit a certain beauty standard. You are absolutely treated differently in society when you fit a certain beauty standard. So when I got to college, I was starting to feel cute. And I'm not saying that this is right or this is what anybody should do, but this is me telling my story, telling my experiences. When I started to get more validation from others, it made me feel better about myself. Now, of course, you should be able to feel good about yourself without needing the validation of other people. I am just saying, in my 18-year-old mind, that made me feel good about myself for other people to tell me that they think that I am attractive, especially when it comes to my body. Like, up until then, I had never got comments that I had a nice body. People, like, that just wasn't what people did for me, because I guess I didn't fit into a certain beauty standard. I just didn't. So I didn't get those comments. So when I started to get those comments, it was almost like I didn't really believe it, because I'm like, hold on, y'all think this look good? As college went on, I packed on the pounds. I kept packing on the pounds. Now, between like 147, 150 to 170, I pretty much I got treated the same from people and from men. But even like to 185, I got treated pretty much the same between 150 to 185. Now, once I started to inch into those like 200s, that's when I noticed I was getting treated a lot differently when I was at that size compared to when I was at my smaller size. When you look a certain way, like at my smaller size, I can go places, I would get the door held open for me. I would even go to restaurants. Sometimes I would get free stuff going to restaurants, going to clubs, getting free stuff, because that's just what men do. They get you free stuff when you look a certain way. Even as something as simple as having the door held open for me. I think people that have never not experienced pretty privilege don't understand how differently you are treated when you don't look a certain way. Because when I did not fit into that beauty standard, being at a heavier size, I didn't get the door held open for me. I didn't get compliments. I didn't get free nothing. I had to pay for all of my things all the time. Yeah, it just made me go back to feeling like how I felt when I was younger, being unattractive, being completely invisible to the world. But once again, beauty is currency for women. I was completely invisible again, because remember, pre-college, I was completely invisible too. So I went back to being invisible, and I did not like that at all. It really affected my self-esteem, because you know when people don't think you're attractive. Like, you just know. I feel like for at least 2 years, and this is not me being dramatic, I feel like for at least 2 years, I can probably count on one hand the amount of compliments that I got. And of course that affected my self-esteem, because I went from being completely invisible to being seen, people thinking I'm pretty attractive. Men were approaching me, and then going back to being completely invisible. It's like, damn. It's like, it just made my self-esteem kind of plummet to a certain extent, but I started to come out of that even still at that size. But it just really made me see, it's like I always knew, but it just really made me see how important beauty is to men, for them to treat you like an actual person. Because it's been times men have not treated me like an actual person just because I didn't fit a certain beauty standard to them. And it used to be hurtful, it doesn't hurt me anymore now. Yeah. Going back to that little dare thing, if you did that, you are a raggedy man. That's so raggedy. I wasn't even that ugly, but I'm gonna let you have it. It's cool. I moved on. But even now, as I've started to dabble in content creation and being more active on social media, it's like I'm being seen again. And it's nice. I remember, I don't know if people gonna remember, but Maury used to do more than paternity tests. And I used to watch Maury, and they would have those people that had a glow up, and they would come on the show and they would tell their old high school crush how much they liked them. It's so funny, because I always knew I was gonna grow up to be a bad bitch. I just knew I was. I just knew it. And I was like, I'm gonna be like that. I'm not gonna go on the show and tell none of my old crushes that I liked them. I would never do that. I didn't even really have crushes in high school. I didn't really have nobody I had a crush on in high school. But anyway, I just knew I was gonna grow up to be a baddie. I just knew. And now look at me, a baddie on YouTube. But yeah, so to any little girl, young girl out there that is feeling very unattractive, is feeling like no one will ever like you, nobody will ever love you, you'll be single for the rest of your life. Can't really give advice on the single part, because I am 26 and still have been single my entire life. Even though it's been some years here. To any girl who's feeling unattractive, ugly duckling, feeling like she doesn't fit in, eventually you grow out of that, and you will stop caring about all of that, and you will find your tribe that loves you for who you are. And you'll even have some men that you will, girl. They coming. They might not come right now. It may take a few years, but like I could be saying in my videos, continue to work on yourself to be a better person. Because I have changed a lot since high school. I am a completely different person now. People grow up and they change, which they do. And honestly, everybody should. You should not be the exact same person that you were in high school right now. If you are, I am concerned. But you grow, you change, you figure out who you really are, you figure out things that you like about yourself, things that you don't like about yourself, really coming to yourself as a person. So to any girl out there that is still struggling with self-confidence and self-esteem, stay on this channel. I have more content coming for you. But also, remember, deep down, you are a bad bitch. You just gotta find the bad bitch in you. Everybody has to find their bad bitch in a different way, but it's in there, girl. You just gotta figure out how to bring it out. I just wanted to talk to you guys about me, my life, what I had going on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope that you guys like this video, and I'll see you on, I know I keep looking to see how I look, but I'm sorry. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.
It's welcome, baby. bring it, 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 bring it. It's welcome, baby. Bring it.